There you go. OBS. It's a great piece of software, except when it doesn't work. And there's no music. Why is that not coming through? Tell me you haven't set this up properly without telling me you haven't set this up properly. Spotify. We're in a match. Oh, let's try that one. See if Spotify is now coming. There we go. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Slightly different stream this evening because I'm really testing something. I've got OBS doing two kinds of streaming all at once. I've got it going to YouTube and I've got it going to Twitch. So you'll be able to see me on both of those platforms. And what's weird about that is that I'm not using a restream or anything like that, which is quite nice. This background's a bit busy, isn't it? I might change that to something a bit simpler. Right, anyway, this evening, I've got a lot of stuff to do. I've got a lot of testing to do. The reason is that recently I updated Unity to 6.1. The madness of that. Where did the build window go? Build window? Where are you? Ah, Casual Dutchman. Lovely to see you. I've lost my build window. Build window, where have you gone? File, it's here somewhere. It'll be behind one of the myriad of windows I've got open at the moment. No. Oh, it's not over there. Is it over on this side? No. I have 4 monitors because I like to think I live in a cyberpunk future. I don't. I don't at all. I live in a little house in England, which is not really a cyberpunk future. Anyway, how is everybody? How is everyone today? Let's have a look over on the chat. Good to see you, Peter. How the devil are you, Casual Dutchman? Are you well, I hope? Having a good Thursday? It is Thursday, isn't it? It is Thursday, and I hope you're having a good one. Oh, it's still giving me... okay. Still don't know where the build window's gone. It's run off. So, build profiles. Ah, now you're back. Fantastic. Well, let's kick one of these off. Stick it in the build folder. Off you go. Oh, I'm not going to be able to move this now. It's quite typical. You're testing stuff yourself. Excellent. Well, I'm happy to be second monitored to you testing stuff. So that's fantastic. What sort of things are you testing at the moment, Peter? Are you testing gameplay? Are you testing graphics? Testing menus? Because we all love menus. I still have Unity reporting that there are 140 shader variants. I can't show you. Performance, excellent, the finest sort of measurement. And I can't show you this because it locks up my machine whenever it does that measurement of 140. Oh, you added instancing to the game. Fantastic. Oh. Oh, well, that's not ideal, is it? So, tell me a shader is not being loaded without telling me a shader is not being loaded. I wonder if any shaders are loaded. Oh, so the main ones are, mostly. Oh, okay, well that's interesting. So it looks a little bit like the shader that's missing is the crosshair in the middle. Oh, is there some more down here? Oh, yes. Oh. There's, there's one missing there. There's one missing in the middle of the screen. On the bottom left, you can see the tooltips down there. That's a shader that's missing. Oh dear. That's not great, is it? Why aren't those shaders missing? Is this one missing as well? Yeah, that one's missing. So it looks like it hasn't actually included a whole bunch of shaders that it needs. Which is annoying. Because I need to force it to add these in. Without instancing, you get 22 milliseconds. With its 13. That's a big old jump. Fantastic, Peter. Good job. That's a very big jump. Right. Well, that's... this is a shader that's missing. What's interesting is the reflections on there are picking up all the lights. So it is doing the right thing, which is quite interesting. Right. Okay. Now, I'm a bit worried that if I do the thing that I think I should do, it's going to get very upset with me. So I need to include well, Unity Force shaders to be included in build. Now I think I know why they're not. I think some of these, oh, that's a point. That's the other thing I can test quickly. No, these are not Unity built-in shaders. These should all be mine, I think. I'm using most. These might be the Unity built-in shaders on the bottom left, where it's bright pink. That's probably text. Oh, here we go. So the pipe textures aren't in. Boop. That's the pipe create texture. That's the pipe create. That's this whole shader that's not loaded there. Oh dear. I wonder if delete's missing as well. Why don't you dynamically load my shaders? See, it's got one of them in. The shader that it has loaded is my shader, because all of this is the same shader, and then I have different shaders for doing that. I'm not using addressables, but that doesn't make sense either. I'm using resources, so they are, some of this stuff is loaded in. What about the inventory? The inventory is alright. So it is dynamic load, although this marker piece is now drifted off the edge, which is interesting. So the inventory is supposed to look, oh no, not quite, although that is the same, that is the same shade. Does that get smaller and smaller? As a bug. The pipes get smaller when you click on them. That's such a good bug. I'm writing that one down. That's brilliant. Yeah, that is a blank issue. Let's create that one. Let's keep track of that one. That's me not... It's going to make them disappear. That, if I make this full screen, you can see it even more. Bye! That's me not doing do tween properly, I think. Because that's a do tween. So if I drag them away, when it goes back, it's not going back to its original size. Wonderful. Well, that's a different sort of thing that's broken. So we got some things broken here on 6.1, but I don't think it's 6.1. I think it's me messing with shaders. I'm glad you're that. Oh, Duca, thank you very much for coming in. Much appreciated. And I will win against the shaders. This is just something I just need to make sure they load in. So I'm not going to look at the AI overview because it's very, very wrong. Okay. But I don't need to edit product settings graphics. What? That's not helpful. Reject. Try moving Sport DX9. What? No, this is old, isn't it? September 2016. Ooh, oh, try and upgrade, whatever. Well, it looks like the only way to get shaders into the build is to put them in shader variant collections in the resources folder and hope for the best. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, you see, I don't want to put them in here because that it tells me not to. I took them all out of there because it said don't do it. Okay. So I'm doing on process shader. Fine. Ooh. Last Shogun. Good evening. How's it going? Oh, you need to complete the tween before doing the punch scale. Yes. Thanks, Peter. I think you're right on that one. Maybe undo some of the stuff to make the 80 mil. Well, I kind of know all the stuff that I did because past me, which over here on Blue Sky, which is me, over here, I actually logged each and every action that I did. So I know exactly what I did. And I think the thing that I did, I think it's stripping, but I don't know why it won't let me unstrip them. Let's just close the old Clomper there for the moment. Oh, there's moaning in here. Oh, there's also this VFX Manager bug, which isn't me. That's all in the IDE. That's not the build. It does that every time it loads up. I've told Unity. I'm not sure they'd care. Probably get fixed in the future. So, so we want shaders not being put in build. Some shaders not rendering in the build. Yeah. Some shaders not rendering. Oh yes, he's got a load of pink. I've got that shader, that pink shader. It's lovely. Everyone loves a pink shader. Right. This is probably a bug. Shader stripping. Fog modes, light mode, select custom. That's fine. I've done that. Apply the fog. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's exactly the same as it should be. Right. So, I don't know why those shaders aren't appearing. What do the logs say? That's a very good question. Have I switched on the shader log questions? So, if I go into here, I've been in here so much recently. Project settings. Graphics, and so it's not in here. That's fine. That's fine. Instancing variants, strip unused. No, I don't want to keep all because I know there are 150 million at the moment. Oh, there's old camera culling. Did I just click on something there? I did. Always include. That's fine. Find closest. And then there's the logging. Enable variant log level. That's probably what we want. And then that should be export shader variants. That should be fine. Let's give it another build and build. It's very quick to build. Only takes a few minutes because it's not including anything. From the player log. Now with the player log, the issue with that is that I've told it not to log anything because when I had it logging something, it went berserk. I know the one you mean. Let's open the recent one up. Which is this one. This is the most recent. Let's make it larger so it can read for the people without glasses. And right. So this is all me. Whenever you see these right bits, it collects the graphics buffer. That's at the end. So it's not telling me anything because I've not asked it to log anything to do with shaders. So now it's logging down here in the bottom. So this is the logging from the shader stripping right here. I don't think that's particularly useful either. But now it's built. Let's run it up again. I love a big pink screen. So it's not telling me whether or not it's missing a shader. So it's not complaining about that. I'm just going to double check. I may not be building it in development mode because if this don't stop that. No. I don't want you to build. I want you to build. So if we go back into build, I think I haven't. It's not running development because I didn't turn that on. Fair enough. I didn't turn that on because I was in version 6. So let's build that again. 6 mode. Do you swap shaders via resources.load? No, but I do load objects using resources.load. So that might be partly why. Maybe it's the way I'm loading in all the resources, like the pipes and so forth. Oh, it's working a lot harder now I've asked it to do a development build. Look at it go. So, shader's not loading the build when it should. A year ago. That sounds common enough to me. Solved it by... okay. Right, that's probably not my problem. It's sort of resource dynamic load shaders not working in build. Oh, and I have to write Unity. Otherwise, Google will tell me all sorts of things I don't care about. No clue what's going on. Oh, that's fine. Boot. Oh, that's a lovely scene this person's done. And then, well, God, that's a bit blurry. I'm not sure that's my problem. I'm just not. Very nice. No. Shader wasn't working properly. No, that's not me. I know the shaders work fine. They're just not in the build, which is a bit annoying. Let's see how the build is going back here. Yeah, it looks like it's done. Yes, it's complete in 81 seconds. Very quick when there's nothing in it. Let's have a look at chat over on YouTube. Could that be that Unity strips unused variants, resource objects, and cannot load them again? Absolutely. I think that's exactly what's happening. I think it's not just those, though. I think it's stripping all sorts of things that aren't in the scene, because this is not the main scene. This is a different scene. So I think it may be stripping stuff that's in a different scene. Okay, so that would be one. I think there may be more than one issue going on here. I think Unity is going a bit too far, stripping a bit too much. This really should be easier than it first seems. So, probe volume, disable compatibility mode, enable compilation, enable validity checks. That's all fine. Nothing weird there. And right, so we didn't got different fog modes. So if I just import them from the current scene, let's just try. Import from current scene. Well, there are none in that one. Okay, fine. There is no light map modes at all in that one. About fog, there's no fog in this scene either. And this is the because that's the bootstrap scene. Let's just go to start menu. Okay, that's suddenly not easy to test. Bootstrap only is no good. Okay, let's just load that one for the moment, and then let's import that from the current scene. Nope. No, okay, yeah, so I'm not using those features in here. Let's, I hope that hasn't removed that. Let's now unload that one. Let's pop back over to the game, into the project assets once again, project settings, and we'll import those, because those ones we do know we need. So it is stripping a bit too much. I don't want to keep them all because I know that there are millions of shaders. I can't show you that there are millions of shaders because my my machine will stop because it thinks there are 140 million of them, for those who don't know. Casual Dutchman says, oh no, I've read that one already. Okay. Culling settings, video, always include, that's fine. Preload shaders, no. Pipeline specific settings, don't think I need any of those particularly. I'm trying to get the log levels, strip runtime debug shaders, unused post-processing strip. Right, next place to look is usually over in the defaults universal render pipeline asset. Down here, no, not in lighting. Post-processing, Is there anything in here? No. Is there anything in this one? Nothing post-processing is enabled. That's fine. Stencil media actions always. Okay. Okay. Some shaders not rendering in build. This does sound like my problem. No, don't think that's me. Dynamic shader variant loading. Dynamic runtime feature. Okay. So this is dynamic shader load not working. In build. Dynamic shader loading when it should. Having issue compiling URP project. Sprite shader not working in build, but working in editor. What? That doesn't look like me. Is it included in the build? See, this is the thing. When I last did this, the stream may suddenly end because this is going to be a bad thing. Up here, no, maybe not in here, maybe in the player, you get to say, maybe it is in graphics. I've switched it all off. Preloaded shaders. Preloaded shaders? Oh, 64 shaders, 100. That doesn't sound like enough. Because 40 of those are the main one. I wonder if, even in the scene view, this one, no, that shader is rendering correctly. And if I pull in from my resources, if I pull in, oh no, that's Text Mesh Pro's resources. These are mine. Right, a pipe. See, the pipe's coming in. The pipes are fine. Running out of ideas here. Yeah, so I shall have a quick look. Thank you, Peter. 1 second. Where's my Discord? There it is. And right. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I see what you mean. Clear the game, play normal, play a bit, save the asset. Okay. Right, well, let's give that a go. Oh, actually, what I need to do is, I'll give that a go. Thank you, Casual Dutchman. So, Peter, Casual Dutchman, has very kindly given me a top tip. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave this preloaded to make sure it's currently tracking. So keep that going. I'm going to play the game, but I'm not going to play it from that perspective. I'm going to start from the start, which is over here. So I have multiple scenes, and I have these buttons that are custom that allow me to load a whole bunch of scenes up. So here we go. So we're coming to play. We're going to do a new game. That's probably best. We're going to do some stuff like putting down some pipes. There we go. And we're going to rotate some. And then, oh, it didn't. There we go. It just took a moment to load it. Okay. And we're going to run some steam out as well. Make sure we're getting that. And we're going to look at that. So that one is definitely in. We're going to pop out into our photo mode. Out and have a look at the Clomper. There he is. Little fella. All right there. And back inside the Clomper. And I think those are the only shaders. The only other ones we probably want are the dials. So if we clear the pipe and then we do load, we'll give ourselves a whole bunch. Now we can see these ones. And we'll check the inventory as well with the hilarious things getting smaller bug. That's just going to amuse me quite a lot. I'm quite simple. Cool. Yeah, when it's blue, it means the shader variant is loading asynchronously. Ah, thank you. Actual Polycube. Hello, good to see you. Hello, hello. It's kind of late, so I won't stay. Well, that's quite understand. Thank you very much for popping in. It's kind of late for me, but it's the only time I get when I'm not being attacked by a small person. And I'm not talking about an Oompa Loompa. Although, it could have been an Oompa Loompa. It's lovely to see you, thank you. I appreciate this is very late for all my European chums. I will try and stream a bit earlier for you all. It's a bit tricky. Okay, so that should now do that. Now that I've done that, I'm now looking at... I'm still getting these nasty network manager issues. I'll have to fix those at some point. And they're not urgent, but they're not great. Okay, now I come in here, and it's saying currently tracked 76 shaders, 171 total variants. Lovely. So now I think he wants me to save it, and then Clomper shader variants, and then I need to put this somewhere sensible. Now, for me, I organise my folders using domain-driven design, which means that things are either in the domain, such as the Clomper, pipes, or they're not, such as infrastructure. And I think in this case, I think there might be a new thing. I'm going to stick them in the root, which is where I'm dumping things. I don't know where to put them just yet. Right, so that's now in there. Cool. Put that asset in here. And so let me just wait a minute. It's save the asset 3. And all right, okay. Preloaded shaders. Okay, size 1. That really bugs me from a UI perspective. That if I want to put in 6, then I have to write 6 at the top. I know it's array behind the scenes, but it's a bit naff, right? It's a bit rubbish. I mean, there are plenty of other ways of doing that, like the plus minus. But no, you've got to put the size in. Oh, quest thing. That's a good shout. That's probably something I've missed. Right, we'll try again. It's fine. You see, the thing is with the quest is it might have actually loaded that one. But we'll have a look. Oh, I shouldn't have closed the project settings. Anyway, no harm done. Let's pop into the game again. It's quite fast to load. I hope everyone out there in YouTube land and in Twitch land are doing well this evening. Thank you very much, PolyQ. I will try and have a great rest of the stream. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go for. I was really just here to test some new setup in OBS. Seems to be working. I've got quite a chunky internet connection. Okay, let's go in here. Open up the quest thing. It's very handy having an actual proper professional game developer on the stream today. Boop. Right, there we go. I wonder if it's now tracking more. Don't think there's anything else. Oh, I could put... Oh no, that should be alright. Yeah, everything else should have loaded in. I could make everything go bang. That would certainly load a few more. Right. That's made a right old mess. Now I'm going to make sure, because there are shaders associated with the VFX, so they are now all loaded in. Because there are no other VFX apart from those ones. So, okay, we'll shut that down. Okay, so you have to save that asset again, sign it again. Thank you. That's a good shout. I will absolutely do that. So, if I come back into here now, thanks to Peter, I'm just following exactly what the Casual Dutchman tells me, which is usually a good thing. I can heartily recommend it. Project settings. It is late for doing this kind of nonsense. I thought I was just going to be playing the game for a bit. There we go. That's testing for you. Okay, here we go. Right. I'm now currently tracking more. Aha. So I found some more in there. That's right. It should be quite easier to spot them. Yes. And then, just because I don't trust it, I'm going to attach it again. Cool. Okay. Let's go in. Let's make a build. We'll make it a dev build. Stick it in the build folder. Off it goes. I was extremely lucky to go to an exhibition in London today. That's London, UK, the original grotty Roman one. And I got to see some Tim Burton stuff at the Tim Burton exhibition. It was fantastic. Really, being able to see the progress of an artist from very, very, very talented early beginnings all the way through to his films. You can really see a progression there, and it's great. If it comes to a town near you, I'd heartily recommend it. So the Tim Burton exhibition. It's moving out of London in about 9 days, I think. So get it while it's there if you're local. If not, it's moving on around the world. So it's wonderful stuff. All his old drawings and loads of costumes and models and things. Fantastic. Yeah, really, really good fun. Good Lord, I didn't take the player take this long. Surely, this is the thing. It's including the simple lit, forward lit. I wonder what I'm using that for. That's interesting. I didn't think I was using that. I thought everything used my shader, but one of the menu screen might be using that, so it can't strip it. And that might be not like it's huge or it's a problem. Casual Dutchman says, I would be more impressed if there was no stuff from him on an exhibition about him. Well, sometimes you get exhibitions where they've just sort of trawled the world and picked up bits and pieces from other people rather than the people themselves. So sometimes you get that. God, that's a bit bright. No one needs that in their life. Right, let's see. This is already better. Thank you, Casual Dutchman. I think you solved my problem. This is already, you can see that there's a menu screen. So that's now working. Okay, let's see what, I might have missed some though. So let's see what's going on. It's a great tip about the shader collection. I'm going to leave a note for myself to share that tip with others. Shader collection to make sure they are loaded. Really, really necessary thing, that. Fantastic. Right, let's have a bit more of a test. This is a 6.1 test. Right, here we are inside the Clomper. Here's Bernie bouncing around. Hello, mate. You ready for a test? No? You don't look particularly ready. Let's put you down over here. Now, we've got some improvements in this one from the first alpha test I did with my son, which went all right. And one of the things I've done is I've included the number of starting resources up to 750, which is not bad. But the first thing that anyone should do is grind the scrap that you get for free. So this is a nice and easy thing to do. There's no danger. I've already done this wrong. I've already gone too far in my excitement of it working. And look, a lot of them are loaded in. That's nice. I'm watching out for pink. If you see pink, it's gone wrong. Okay, so the grinder here is now, let's move this out of the way. There we go. The grinder here is in. My computer's working rather hard, I think. So there we go. In it goes, grindy, grindy, grindy. And now I have fewer, but that's because I made a pipe network, so that's fine. There we go, let's grind that one in. And then if I remove all of these pipes and turn the boiler down, or it'll blow up, I should have 810. Fantastic. That's the game. That's it pretty much. I mean, you just there's nothing else there. You just grind some scrap, you're done. Another thing that I spotted recently, which is quite, I won't be able to do this so easily, is that sometimes the random number generator very kindly puts scrap below the Clomper, which I don't hate. I'm quite happy with that. This is going to be a cursed pipe network in the end of it. So if we just have a look out, there's the feet on one side, there's the feet on the other. Sometimes you get some right beneath the Clomper. So let's just look at, this is the claw that's moving around underneath the Clomper. I don't think there's any underneath us this time, but that is a boon. If you're starting off and you've got scrap right underneath you, that is fantastic. Right, claws almost back in the middle. Fantastic. Now we don't need that claw to start with, or shall we leave it in there? let's leave it in. It's quite a nice little. Yeah. Let's make a basic pipe network and get us moving. Right. Perhaps the first thing to do is have a look at a quest. The quest is good. Take the Clomper, pick up the quest item. Let's pop that in there. Now the biggest tricky one is this one up here because you can't easily get to that. So what you have to do is you have to nerd pole like pearl. Nerd pearl. You need to nerd pearl. It's like nerd poling, but it's underwater. It's when you go for pearls. Nerd pearling. I went weirdly North London then. Right, so if we just pop a few more in here. Boing, right. And now we can bring this one down. Now, do I want to come all the way down with this? Possibly. I might have to pause momentarily because my daughter will be heading off to bed and she'll, of course, necessarily need a hug. So, lovely. Now, back in a moment and we go to... And back. Right, where were we? We're gonna get the con here powered up. The con's quite important because it has dials, and you've got to make the dials work. I'm not going to do this in my usual way. Oh, I'm really not going to do it. Normally I build everything down one side of the Clomper, but this time, no. We are not going to do that. We're going to build it this way round. Does this even work? Do these line up? Why, yes they do. Right, now this one, I don't know whether that lines up with that. No, it doesn't. Look. Who designed this? What a nightmare. Right, I think if you go outwards like this, then you can link those up. This is a terrible idea, and I'll show you why in a minute, but that should work. So this boiler over here is controlling the claw. This one will control the con and the map. And we've got two, it's quite difficult to see them because they jiggle around, but you can tell there's two settings. There's the big short chunky arrow, which tells you how much the boiler is putting out, and the thin one is how much is being used. So we don't need to put out more than it's being used, or you need to put out a little bit more than it's being used. But there we go. Right. What is this? What is this? This is horrible RNG. Oh my goodness. What on earth? Where is the quest? Oh, it's off to the west. Okay. So the quest is somewhere beyond this. Oh my... This is the worst seed I've ever seen. And let's see if we can get the seed number out of it. Oh, I can get out of the player log in a minute. No need to do it this way. This is truly... Now we can cheat, because I'm not against cheating. Let's have a look around. Right, this is what it would look like out. Look, you've got a massive crevasse of death down here. That'll end you pretty quickly. And you've got a crevasse over the edge. Now I know things look really basic. As you can tell, I've not really done the world yet. I'll come back to that. Well, this is a nice place over there, and then you've got more crevasse over here. Are we in a crevasse biome? Oh look, there's the quest item there. Right. So, yeah, that's nasty. Here's a little clomper. Right, let's get back in. So to go round. So if I'm not using the photo mode camera because that would be cheating. I'm not cheating. This is me not cheating. Ah, Zach, good to see you. Good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, good day. I hope your day's going well, sir. Right, so now to move, I've got to link up some legs. And we're going to just do one on each side to start with, because I don't have a lot of inventory scrap left. Oh, 515. It's not a small amount. Might be able to do more than normal. So let's be outrageous and put in a switch. Fantastic. And then let's try connecting up both sets of legs. Ah, hang on a minute. I haven't done the periscope yet. And I haven't got T on. You alright? Oh, I've fallen in the hole again. You alright there, Bernie? You alright? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. We're just testing. It's alright. Fine. You alright? You sure? Okay, fine. Right. So if we stick one in here, that then lines up with that nicely. And that lines up with that. How are we doing for scrap? 370 left. This here is a situation, isn't it? See, one would think you could run this boiler out, run this pipeline out this way, but it doesn't quite reach, and there's no pipe in the inventory that allows us to do a kind of a Tetris piece there. Oh, YouTube is way behind Twitch, according to Peter, almost 2 seconds, and some might say, product-wise, several years. But yes, yeah, I'm sorry that a little bit behind. You're welcome to watch on either. I do try and keep up with chat on both. I have monitors, you see. So this is going to be kind of horrible. But yeah, I don't normally run the pipe this way for the con, and this is partly why. Right. So what we can do is, this one's still jetting steam. So let's close that one down. See, all of this has gone off now. The map's gone back underneath the floor. So if we just... this is going to cause a different sort of issue if I do this. Not only is it going to take up more pipes, we need to push it this way, but it sort of gets in the way. It just gets in the way. It's fine. Worse things happen in a crevasse. That's not okay, is it? That's terrible. Is there room to go the other way? No, because that's what that is doing. And if we go up, then that's fine, but we still have to go one over to the side. It's just fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Now we're going to need a switch, otherwise it is really hard to drive. We need to put one back here. Oh, there we go. Stick a switch in, and we'll link that one up, and we'll drive you over here. And up there, and then that one there. Now, and that leaves us with the periscope. Is the thing that we need most of all. 160. We're running a bit low. Let's just run a line out. Ooh, this might be a bit tricky. Right. Ooh. If I keep falling in this hole, I fall in it a lot, but that's okay. It is weirdly by design. Now, if we stick that one like that and go upwards, is that going to be enough? Probably, but then we might not be able to get the lift going. How are we for scrap? Down to 70. That's not a great deal. Let's see if we can get the lift going. If not, then when we get to scrap, we might have to break some stuff. But we'll be okay if that's the case. No, that's in the wrong. Is that in the right place? I have no idea. Let's just pretend I've played this game before. If I run out of scrap now, this would be really funny. Nope. Okay. That's fine. There is a side effect of this though. And the side effect is that if I have this all powered up, then it's going to eat a lot of steam. but we're not really going for speed at the moment. We're just going to go for making it work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power this back up because it's all safe. See, the power consumed now is at 6, so it's doing, or 60 is in reality. But I've now got a periscope and I've got a lift that should work. So the lift is powered up because you see this white ball here is telling us it's powered up. There we go, that's all working nicely. And we should be able to move things back and forth, but we don't have any scrap at the moment. Let's, oh, it's an iris. Let's have a go at the iris. Oh, love that. Right, into the scope and see what it looks like. It's horrendous. We know it looks horrendous because we were there a minute ago. I'm hoping that if that's where you see down at the bottom, you've got those 2 needles. The red one is the front of the Clomper, and the teal one is showing us where the next quest marker is. Well, let's get going. Let's start turning. Right, for this we need to power up the legs down the side. What we're going to do is we're going to give them a bit of power. I'll set them to 4. Oh, I fell in the pit again. Now, if you don't set them equally, then you will drive off in a curve, and that gets confusing fast. We want to turn round to the left to go probably down this gap. I think there's a gap along there. I think that's what it's showing me. There's a gap between this mountain, which would hurt us, and with the crevasse. So that's going to end well. So let's open this valve, and the whole map will start moving, and we will turn. Oh, Casual Dutchman, head to bed now. Great to see everything's working now. Shade of Hell is overish. Thank you so much for your help, Peter. You are a legend. Thank you. I don't know even if I would have worked that out my given a whole evening. Right, here we go. And we're turning. So as we turn round, you'll see that the green marker will come around as we get to the west, because we know that's where the quest is because we went to have a look. We cheated. It's cheating? I don't know. Some people like to use the outside camera. It's fun. Don't let me tell you how to play the game your way. Right, so we're still coming round. That's lovely. I think we probably want to head almost south. Yeah, southwest. Now, it's normally a bad idea to get inside the periscope while the Clomper is moving. Oh, there we go. Let's try again. And we turn around to the front. As you can see, we're coming around here. There is a gap there. It's not the biggest gap in the world, but there's lots of lovely scrap. So let's try and get... Now, the next scrap is about 205, isn't it? Yeah, so you see the numbers along the bottom? Those are the compass headings. So 205. Let's try and steer to 205. It's not quite the way we want to go. So 205, it's not marked on this one, which is helpful. But that will do. We'll clomp along at that one. So let's open up legs on this side, and now we're going forward at a grand speed of 3. Now, you can get it up to 12, but to do so you probably need to be going downhill a little bit, and you need to have everything on full power, which is a great way to make things go bang. But we'll just clomp along. Let's have a see if we're getting closer to that scrap. We're a little bit close to this. I don't think we're going to hit there. No, we're quite clear of there. You can see where the legs are. They're just there. We're not going to hit that one. Now I think there might have been a scrap that's already gone under the nose of the Clomper. There it is. Quick, stop. Stop. Right. This is the problem with this pipe network. Why are you shaking? Are you getting quite hot? You're getting quite hot. Okay. But you're fine. You're fine? Is it because you're a bit hotter than you need to be? Let's just reduce your power down. I don't want you going bang. Right. While that is funny, when it goes bang, it doesn't make testing much easier. Unless you're testing it going bang. Right. This is not on at the moment. That's fine. I should really have an animation to make them go down into the floor. I'm going to add that as a thing, because when this machine is off, it's not obvious that it's off. There is a pressure ball here, which is fine, but it's not really enough. So let me go back to my task list. I have a list of all the tasks, things I want to do. And this is where the grabber pit wheels need to go into the floor when it is off. They move when it's broken. Oh, we'll play a blank issue on Clomper. Lovely. They kind of jump up in the air and land on top when it's off, but when it's broken, but not when it's off. How's our temperatures at the moment? This is the best place to check temperatures. They're all hitting about 6, which is perfect. Something's on 0. Oh yes, that's right, the boiler we're not using at the moment. For those wondering, yes, you can join the boilers together. And that does make you go fast and give you lots of power, but it also means you're quite likely to blow up as well. So because very difficult to understand what's using up power if you're not careful. Now, we knew that there was scrap. It was towards the back. No, not that way. Oh, have I lost it? That would be upsetting. Has it gone through? Was I not fast enough? Oh, there it is. I was just quick enough. What you can do is move the claw to the front of the Clomper, which means that if something passes underneath it, it gives you the most amount of time. You get to see it quickly. Right, so now that's in there. Let's drop it. I switched the keys around with that, which is the right thing to do, but it does confuse me a bit. That's now brought up. And now if we drop the lift, we can bring all that lovely scrap in. And then we have our next problem. Oh, hang on a minute. Speaking of next problem. Now, we're not driving at the moment. Or are we? No, we're not driving at the moment. That's funky. That pressure should read... That long arrow should be on the 0. What's that one reading? It should also be on the 0 because these are not consuming any steam at the moment. Oh. Why is that? That is weird. That might be a bug in the Steam algorithm. I have changed the Steam algorithm recently, so if there's a bug, that's probably right. So this bug is that the used steam on a boiler looks like it's at probably about 1.2 when nothing is consumed. That is a problem. Okay. I think that's fixable though. I think that's fixable. Why would it do that? I don't really know why it would do that. It's getting hot in here though. Now, where were we? We were doing steam. Oh, look at this. There's our scrap. It's come on in. Now, unfortunately, we haven't linked this up. And we've only got 5 scrap left, which is enough to do that. And there we go. We've got no scrap. The little purple thing in the tool is telling us we've got no scrap. So, we need scrap, but we've got no scrap. So, how do we do this? Well, you have to reroute your pipes in this case. But possibly only briefly, because this will be enough scrap to put everything back. So let's just reduce this one down to 0, because I'm worried about the heat building up a bit too much. I've got it kind of playing on easy mode at the moment, so stuff shouldn't go bang unless you really go a bit too far. Now, we will eventually want the pipe. We need to join that one up over there to something like probably the same one as the lift. Oh, you're getting a bit hot. You're getting a bit hot. We don't need you anymore, so I'll just pop you down. So we want it probably joining onto the same one as here. So let's, for the moment, I'm just going to clear off this line here because that's nice and easy to replace. Then I'm going to remove these. I'll make a nice line over here. This is starting to look a bit like spaghetti. But that's Clomper for you. Let's put one in there. Okay, of course they don't line up. Of course they don't. Because that would have made it too easy for myself, wouldn't it? None of this lines up. They're actually not supposed to line up. I did design it like this, believe it or not. I just forget because I don't play it enough. I spend a lot of time fiddling with bugs and the like. Right, So that's not going to quite work. We'll get a long way there, but not quite all the way there. So what we need to do is we need to make a side one like that. Probably bring that over and then bring that down. That will then power that one. And now we've run out of scrap. So now I need to destroy some more pipes. Let's destroy those. Actually, if we get rid of the valves are worth a lot. So that'll give us loads of scrap. Now, still can't link this up. So let's take the T pipe there, my favourite kind of pipe. The T pipe. And then let's try and get this over back down to here. Oh no, that's only one. This is the problem with this particular pipe set. You can't necessarily do that. You've got to move one over first. That cures all evil. And you probably need to move one up. This is going to look truly awful. So if we come over here, hope there's enough scrap. I have calculated this roughly right, that there's probably enough scrap to sort this out. Now, this is another slight issue that you have to deal with. It's very difficult to see when you're down here. In other networks, I've created gantries, so you can make your own, because you can run along the top of things. You can make gantries so that it's easier to run about. I'm not quite doing that here, but it can be done. Right, so if we turn this on, nothing's being used apparently. According to that, nothing is being used, but it's clearly a lie. I think the Steam algorithm might be on the fritz. That's okay. That's fixable. Also, we don't need that one. That's okay. I could fix that. I wonder if that's making the heat algorithm go a bit funny. Might be. Might be. Okay, let's grind some scrap while we're here. Whee! Go on, in you go. And now for the scrap throwing Olympics, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pop this over from here. Will I get it into the grinder from here? Yes! First try, and on stream. I can't even edit myself being good into that one. Let's try this one. No, that's a bit heavier. I should have realised that, because they are different weights. There we go, and let's try another one. Where's another bit of scrap? This one's lighter. Oh. Did it go in? Oh, it landed short. Oh, God. Dear, oh dear. And we got a couple more bits over here. Oh yes, that's a good one. Let's get that one in. Poof, that's easy. And this one over here. Is that it? Now the scrap is all the same at the moment. I don't think it's difficult to create it so it randomly generates how much you get in each one. It's just not really necessary for the demo, and that's what I'm working towards. Working towards the demo. There we go. Super. Now I've got loads of scrap left. 180. That should be lovely. Let's turn this boiler down. Whoa, okay, it's going to go bang. See, the heat got quite high then. I think that's the Steam algorithm causing issues, which is quite interesting. I don't really have problems with the Steam algorithm. But there you go. I do now. Right, let's put these bits back in. No, not that one. Let's put that lovely valve in over on that side. Let's put a valve over on this side for the legs so I can drive forward in a moment. Cool. Now, I think as networks go, the only thing that we're missing is the ability to make tea. I don't know whether I've got enough scrap to do that. I've got 10. So I need more scrap. So the amount of scrap, starting scrap, is about right. So, where's the nearest scrap? I wonder if I can see any in the periscope at the moment. Oh, there's a whole bunch. I wonder the thing is, I could go for that one. If I go for that one that's right underneath, right in front of us there, that looks okay, and it's directly south, and going on a compass point is great. But if I get it wrong, I go into the wall. That would be bad. Things would break. If I go for one of these two, then that's all very well, and I'm heading straight at them. I can go in a straight line, but I might go over the edge. If I go over the edge, then that would be bad. Ah! Gideon, lovely to see you. Hope you're well, mate. Desperate to discriminate cheap viewers. Ah, here we go. There's a spammer. There's a let's go. Let's see if I can go with, and then we're going to time it. Oh, Ben, goodbye. Band moderation is quite good on Twitch. It's got to be said. Meanwhile, over on YouTube, is it maybe a good idea to have special pipes that act as ladders, walkways, if manipulating high-up pipes an issue? Right, it's an interesting idea, Killy. I like it very much. Thank you for that. Another thought on a similar line is that I could just make the little players run up the pipes, like climb up them, because they look like the kind of thing that you could climb. I mean, they're kind of chunky. So I think I might have them so they're climbable. It's not very easy, but it is possible. Oh, I've missed a bit of scrap. Every piece of scrap matters. But it, you know, it's possible. Oh, let's just pop that in there. Fantastic. So I like that. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue per se, because once you've built like a bit of a network, the cheapest pipes, you know, you can make your own little gangways and so forth, and there will be lots of different pipes. Right now, I have a majestic collection of 5 pipes, which I know is extraordinary. Yeah, 5 whole different pipes. So take your time to select which of the 5 pipes you put in the 5 spaces on the tool. Yeah, but yes, there are only 5 pipes right now, but there will be more. But I do like the idea of adding ladders on, or maybe just running up the pipes, because I don't think parkouring inside is that exciting, except when it is exciting. There is another way that you can parkour. If I just take this like this, Steam pushes you. So if I come over here, and let's say I want to try and get up over on that one. I don't know if this is enough Steam to do this, but let's have a go. Oh, no, maybe I need another pipe just to get on top of that one. Let's give this a go. Whee! Not enough Steam. Let's try and get up onto those pipes there. Oh, this is going to make it go bang. Right. That's a lot of steam coming out of that one now. Right, hit. Oh, it's not quite enough to get up. Now, of course, you can join the boilers together. I'm just going to wind this down before it goes bang. Otherwise, I'll be here all night. There we go. That's a lot of heat. Come on down. It's coming down, though. It's fine. It's fine. It's coming down. What have I got my options set to? Rules. Oh, I'm up to... I'm in hitting things in the world carry. Yeah, okay, this is I'm in the kind of recommended zone, so you've got to be a bit careful with your Steam. I've not got it on super easy. That's because I was playing with my son and he does not like playing it on super easy. It's a bit too easy. Killy says, I don't imagine I have the speedrunner skills to use the Steam jumping to place pipes, but look forward to seeing others do it. Yeah, it's a laugh. Absolutely. It's a bit of fun. It's certainly that. Oh, now I've opened up the valves here, but the reason we're not moving is because I've not put any steam down them. I have played this game before, honest. Let's remove the steam from this. Oh no, that's the wrong. I've just turned off the map. That would be the wrong thing to turn. Let's turn the map back on. There we go. Of all the things I turn off, that is the wrong. Right, this one is. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, well there's another bug. The grinder should not be shouldn't have any steam coming out of it because there's none going into it. Grinder, when off, has steam coming out of it. Don't mind bugs like that so much. I could go to a demo with that. Fail Cake, hello. Will you add a pipe that shows the current pressure? Yes, I will. Or a pressure system, yes. If you had some sort of pipes midway, if your pipe system is too long, yes. Yes, now, there is, this might go very badly wrong. because I've not tested this in a while, but we'll give it a go. Let's try. See if this works. No, that did nothing. So let's not do that one. Let's instead do, there is a UI Steam. Right. Oh, hi and bye, Disappointed Cowboy. Lovely to see you. Thanks for dropping in. So you can see on here, I mean, it's really difficult to use because it's really only for debugging. So if I turn on this one, ooh, that's interesting. They're all off. Well, that's a lie. There's another bug. Ooh, Steam Debug UI's gone. That may be associated with another bug that I saw. Okay. Let's turn that off then. But I used to have a way of looking along here. What I'm probably going to do, I was thinking of putting gauges on the pipes, just as you recommended. And I think that would be really cool, but it might also be a bit annoying because you'd have to delete a pipe and then put a gauge on. I think that still have gauges on, but I'm thinking of putting a gauge actually on the tool here over on the right hand side. So you'd be able to click a button and then this would turn from placing pipes to, it would sort of spin round and magically a gauge will appear. And that appearing of a gauge would then you'd point at a pipe and it would go, that's got 100 going through it, that's got 200, that's got 30 and so forth. So you'd be able to look around your pipe network and it would just be a little dial thing. At the moment all the pipes can put maximum power through them, so there's no limitation, they don't get damaged in that way. I do want to add something like that on there, but it's just not necessary for demo, and anything that's not necessary for demo I'm holding off on for the moment. How are we doing for time? 22:41 local time. Right, let's see if we can get driving. Let's bring us up to 6 on that one. Let's have 6 on this one, otherwise we won't go in a straight line. Are we heading towards a crevasse? Almost, but it's alright, we'll turn before. This is where it's good to have a friend in the periscope. You can make it an upgrade to pipe to have a gauge. Yes, that would be cool. I like the idea of upgrading pipes, and screen tool that will show you where you hover the pipes. Yes, that's absolutely right. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. I think when I get it into the hands of people to play in a demo, then we'll find out exactly what the right combination is. But those kind of things, they're not crazy hard to do, in all honesty. I just have to be really strict with myself. Otherwise, I'll never get this into the hands of anyone. Okay, I think I'm heading due south, and we said before that there was a scrap due south. Oh, I turned off the grabber. Don't do that, Rob. There it is. Stop. Brakes on. I just want a bit more scrap. There we go. It's right at the back of the claw. Is that too much? Oh, hello. Heat's building up. Got to be careful with the heat. If you let the heat get out of control, it all goes wrong fast. Right. This is where it's good to have multiple people, because you can stop these things before they become a problem. Oh, it's right at the back of the claw. It's I'd have to turn the Clomper around to get that. That's a shame. Right, let's move the claw right to the front. That time, when I see something come into here, the claw is now, the claw is right at the front of the Clomper there. And if I leave it there, then that's a good thing, because then we're less likely to miss the next bit of scrap when we see it coming. But I'm going to try and walk round this corner here without going off into the crevasse, going onto one of these roller conveyors, or crashing into a wall. I might be able to. I don't know. Right. Let's reduce the pressure. I don't like leaving boilers on because they just blow up, and when they do, they make me jump every time. Oh yes, I switched all of these off. Now for the more adventurous pipe maker, you can link all the boilers together, and that is how you get the fastest speed out of the Clomper, because then any unused steam goes into the legs and you hoon along at a fairly rapid rate. But we're just taking it easy this evening because I'm just testing this build. It's a new version of Unity, you see, 6.1. Seems to be relatively stable. The frames aren't great because I'm running quite a lot on my computer at the moment. I'm running the build, I've got Unity, I've got a lot of stuff open, so it's working quite hard. The heat's building up rather alarmingly, but that's okay. I don't mind that so much. This pipe is awful. This is the worst. This is not great because I can stand here looking at the map, working out when I'm going to do my turn, and I look round and I can't see the grabber. The reason I put it here is so that... Oh, there's one! Quick, panic! It's fine, it's fine. There we go, and I turn every time I do that. Now, before the boilers blow up, let's reduce these down. Down you go. Over on this one. Will I get to it in time? Yeah. Calm down, boilers. Calm down, boilers. Calm down, me. Right. Will I be able to... Oh, I've turned this one off. That's it. I've really got to do this. That's quite weird. It's quite weird that they're still there. There we go. Let's bring the claw back. Super. No, down it goes. Grab it, pull it, and lift it. Lift it and grind it. Oh, I nearly went down into the hole. I love an iris. Here we go. Yay! Hooray for scrap. And then we can chuck it in there. In you go. Did I miss? I did. This one. Yay! That's gone in. Let's get all this over there. It only does one at a time. I might change that in the future. It's actually a bit tricky to do multiples. I have to think a little bit about best way of doing that. Because it doesn't actually grind scrap. It's all smoke and mirrors. Smoke and sparks. See what I did there? Wanted to say I've been following devlogs for a while. Oh, thank you, Fail Cake. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, I missed a couple. I'll go back up. God, this chat thing is quite tricky, you know. Gideon Moss, you spend a long time to complete something. Never. Yes, and you know very well, my in real life friend. You know how long it takes me to do anything. Slick, howdy to you too. Good to see you. Welcome on board. Killy, all this talk of better pipes makes me want low quality pipes that melt when the fire sprites touch them. That's criminally evil. There is a feature on the board where all the pipes... Oh, hello. Hang on. Sorry. Do excuse me for a second because I will blow something up. Let's just reduce that. Where all of the pipes wear out over time. So there'll be a part of the game would be going around going repair, 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 repair. Some people might find that quite irritating, so I would turn it off. But for those that like the survival challenge, I get it. And again, it's not hard to do. But that's a fairly evil thing. Yeah. I also had it where if you hit scrap against a pipe, it would explode. Or if you get the quest item and put that against a pipe, it would explode. So a lot of things would make the pipes explode. And we've got loads of scrap now, 205. I don't seem like much, but that's an enormous amount. Oh, have I got that stuck under there? I mean, we can almost driving with a switch. Because you've got these cool things called switches. Right, like this. And it allows you to route steam. And they're not that expensive. As you see down there, are 65. But what makes them expensive is you have to route all of your steam really carefully. Back onto the comments. Wanted to say you've been following the devlogs a while. Yes, sorry, I should have read this one out fully before, Fail Cake. Really happy to catch a stream. Oh, I'm glad to have you on board. Fell into the trap of using Fishnet and switching my network into Unity game objects. Ah, right, yes. Yeah, avoid changing your netcode unless you really have to. I really had to. Did you like Fishnet? I quite liked it when I read the docs. I went to NGO because of the official support. That was a good thing. You could try deferred plus if you had too many lights. Now, it's a very good shout. I've worked really hard to keep the number of lights down, and I may be having another little play reducing them again. And the reason is that I think I can fake it with just distant lights. And the reason for that is that there's such a small space. All the lights would be sort of bounce lighting anyway. There wouldn't really be a lot of direct lighting. So I think I can actually get away with having sort of just like distant lights and fake it a bit, rather than having these point lights, which are very, very expensive. Should be less performance than taxing them forward plus. Yes, I think it is. Yeah, I've only got onto 6.1 recently, and I've been having issues. So, but yes, I will be exploring deferred plus for certain. You could change it to a chute. You can stuff it with scrap, and you'll just keep consuming scrap. Now, it's funny you should say that, fail cake, because under here is a chute, and there's the actual grinder that turns things into small bits. There's no animation in here yet, but yeah, I love the idea of getting a bit too close and getting some clothing or something dangling stuck in there. It just makes me laugh. And also fire sprites can get in there and blow it up. Fishnet was pretty good, but it was quite unstable. Oh, I'm sad to hear that. I had some issues parenting. That is the hardest thing ever. And even if you buy the asset, you only get high support if you keep donating on GitHub. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. Yeah, parenting is hard. Parenting was one of the reasons I left Mirror in the end, the Mirror networkings, because parenting was just really, really tricky. So I was happy when netcode for game objects came with parenting straight away. Right, good. So that's now off, and that's off. Let's move the claw. I'm not going to make that same mistake again. Yes, I will. Thing is, so I can never remember which way. I think that's the back of the Clomper, and that's the front of the Clomper. Some signs might help. It's quite easy to see if you've got legs under there. It's like, oh right, okay, that's definitely the front, but it's not immediately obvious. Might have to put some signs in or something. I'll think about that. I don't want to put too many signs in because it makes doing multicultural stuff quite hard. And at the moment, all of this stuff here is actually, those aren't graphics, those are actual text in the system. Right, let's see if we can do some more driving. We need some steam for our legs. Let's get it over to, let's go a bit faster. I mean, if I get this wrong, it will just blow up quicker, but let's give it a go. 7 on this side, and let's get driving. Don't fall in the hole, that would be bad. Okay, what are we pointing at? Now, we're trolling forward. Let's have a look out the front again. I think there's... Now, we don't want to go on the roller conveyor, and to the side of us is that crevasse. We don't want to go down the crevasse. Those are both things we want to avoid. So let's wait until we're just past that crevasse and let's do a turn. Oh, is that just past the crevasse? Probably close enough. Let's pop this one off. Let's begin a turn, and we want to go about due west. Unfortunately, because of the simplicity of the map at the moment, you can drive around using compass points and guesswork, which isn't really what I want, but it'll be fine. A lot of things will get cured once I get the map improved, but again, I've got to be ruthless with myself. Oh, it's actually that way. Okay, let's just clomp in that direction a bit further. Oh, Failcake says, would be fun if you also had to jump, so you had to build enough steam power you want to land and hope for the best. I'm all for hoping for the best. Hang on a minute, something is in the red. Yeah, this is the steam algorithm not working. These should never really get into the red when you're using them to drive the legs. They should get hot, but they should never get into the red. I think there's an issue with the steam algorithm, which is fine. I can fix that. The steam algorithm is mostly maths, but you can see that some of these boilers, that boiler there is still in the red. Shouldn't really have anything in the red when you're driving all the legs. That should. The heat only builds up with a differential of the steam. So if you're using all the steam that you're producing, then heat doesn't build up. It all leaves. Right. So we're still a long way away from the quest. This gap over here, this gap just right in the middle, this gap here, that gap means death. I'm never going to be able to get through that. It's going to be properly nasty. Let's have a see what it looks like. See, already I'm too far over. But I think I am driving at a wall though. That also means a problem. I'm trying to do this without hitting anything. Get round the other gap possibly. Now we're turning round to the right, back towards the quest. I'm a bit nervous. Oh, here we go. That quest marker is working. What I'm going to do is we're going to take the quest out of there. Boop. And we're going to put it back in this one. And the reason is I want to see the quest distance marker move. Now the quest distance marker is this teeny tiny little Clomper on the end here. Do you see a little teeny tiny? If we come back into the here. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, that was interesting. The lights all went flickery flickery. Ooh. Oh, that's another bug. That is. Ooh. Well, that's spooky. But no, that's the photo mode camera doing that. Okay, no problem. But this little marker here is moving along. Oh, I'm very close to a wall, I think. Let's have a look. This is the point where I get into the periscope just as I hit the wall. Whoa, that's really close to the wall. Stop. This is where I really want another player. Oh my goodness, right, okay. That's close to a wall. If we stop the Clomper completely, then the heat will build up. Although I think the heat algorithm part of the steam algorithm is a bit broken. Right, I'm going to just take a moment to collect myself and say hello. Veluted Beret, hello. And good night, Gideon. Thanks for popping in. Lovely to see you, as always. Valcake, that's not on you. I reported that bug on Unity. They fixed it up and coming 6.1. Ah, okay, that's cool. The lights are being culled wrongly. Ah, okay. Cool. Well, thank you for that. That's very helpful, because you know me, I would go and chase that down and try and find out what was going on. Right. The problem that I have is I have no idea how close this wall I am. So what I'm going to do is, for fun, for the fun of the stream, I mean, that looks really close. So, should I risk it for a biscuit on this one? I know, what do you think, chat? Should I just drive forward and see if I hit it? The leg doesn't matter. It's this big old body here. If this big old body hits it, that's... Now, we are offset slightly to the left of the Clomper, so the other part of the head is over there. Oh, I'll be honest, this is giving me this is giving me the willies. Go and hope for the best. Okay. You went crazy with it when trying to fix 6.1 beta. Oh, well, thank you for trying, because you helped us all, Failcake. But yeah, I think you're right. I think go for the best. I'm going to put them on in the right order, though. So if I put this one on first, we'll turn left towards the wall. That would be bad. So if I put this one on first, and then this one on, then we are then driving forwards. Now on the map we see a red hex. That's where... That's another tight gap. What? So there's another horrible red hex over that way. We haven't hit anything yet. We are going quite slowly, but I think we've passed it. Oh, we have. It was worth risking after all. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, this could be interesting. This is going to go sideways. Oh, do you see the camera just rock there just for a moment? Just a little... That's actually sort of a bug. That's walking over scrap is doing that. And it should crush scrap. It shouldn't tilt at all. Right, we are actually going to go over the top of that, because I think it's going to put us in the right direction. Hang on a minute, it's not going towards the crevasse, is it? Because some fool put... Oh, it is towards it, but it's not all the way. Okay, here we go. We're now on the conveyor. This is rather fast. Yeah, now we're doing our top speed, and we're getting quite close to the conveyor. We're getting close to the crevasse. This could be bad. Oh, I just definitely need to turn now. Turn. Don't you explode. I think that the used pressure is not calculating properly, and that's why it's so hot, because it shouldn't be this hot. It shouldn't be like this. Is like scary levels of hot, and I should be running this boiler at like 7 or 8 before it actually gets that hot. Okay, we're turning away now. We are going to have to walk parallel to the crevasse, which should be there. Oh no, let's just both sides, here we go. It's quite hard to steer it with valves. You really want switches. Now we're just driving at a wall. At least we've not gone into the crevasse, we are driving straight at the wall though. This is fine. Right, if I want to turn left, I'll need to stop that side. Here we go. Fingers crossed, I've got this right. And if we go due north, or due south even, here we go. We're really close to the quest. You see the little Clomper there right in the middle. It's really up close, because it's just round the corner there. The hexes really do scare me sometimes. They do make it look like you're an inch, a moment away. My boilers are dying. I'm running them hot, but I don't think it's... I think it's a bug. I think it's a bug. I think it's quite fixable as well. I don't think it's an evil one. I think it's like a half-an-hour job to do that one. Right, here we go. Clomping away. Now, I'm a bit worried that I'm now still clomping back towards that horrible... Yeah, I'm clomping back towards this roller conveyor, which is not as evil as it could be, because some of the evil ones go into crevasses, but that will just put me backwards again. You can clomp along them in the wrong way, but you won't go very fast. Right, that's fine. Let's turn over. These boilers are working really hard. Let's turn a bit more away, slightly towards the wall. We can actually, I think we can get away with some southwest action here. Southwest, a beautiful place. Failcake, thank you for coming. Should go to sleep. Wish you best luck with the game and crushing those bugs. Hope to catch another stream. Thank you. I hope to do more of them. They will be late in the evening though. I apologise. VB, the map generation is truly evil. This is the worst map I've ever had, VB. I tell you. It's really nasty. I mean, this is up the horrible end. I worked out a way the other day of adjusting the probabilities so you get more horrible maps. So that will become a game slider. I also don't think that's particularly hard either, because there are certain tiles that are hard, and if you put lots of them in, then you end up with these nasty spaces. I think that's probably enough actually. I think we can go through that gap. So there's this gap on the right, there's this gap that we want to do on the right hand side. I think we're ready to go through that. I'm finding this hard, and I've played this a lot. I mean, a lot. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Let's get over and bring the quest item in, and then I'll probably call that a day when we get to that point. So we want to go due west. Maybe a bit further than due west, maybe. Oh, this is a massive gap. It's fantastic. Soon we'll be lining up on the actual quest item itself. We might be able to see it shortly through the periscope, because I think it's annoyingly... See, the teal marker there is showing us where it is. There's a ramp over there. Don't want to get involved in that. Ramps are seriously bad juju. Will we see it come round the edge of this corner? It's really close up against the... I mean, I've set up so I won't go too close, but it is pretty close up ahead. There it is! There it is! God, if we get this wrong, we will be going down into the crevasse. How close are we to this wall? Oh, loads of room. See, this is another horribly narrow wall or ramps. I mean, just horrendous. This is truly evil. I mean, totally random number for the stream. I haven't planned this at all. Okay, let's now turn towards the... This is a lot easier with two people. Right, here we go. I'm going to turn towards this, and then we're going to steer it from in here. Heat is flashing at me because there's a couple of boilers that are right in the red, and that's not surprising because they're running really hot at the moment, those two. Yeah, don't run your boilers that hot unless you really need to, unless you're trying to get away from something. Maybe one day you'll have to get away from something. Alright, is that lined up? That looks pretty good to me. Oh, almost perfect. Oh, I need to see. I need to see. Here we go. Clomping straight at a massive hole. It couldn't have put it over there. Look at all that space. There's loads of space. That's ridiculous. It's huge. It's big open. But no, it has to put it right here next to a crevasse. The worst of all possible generations. Thank you, game. Right, here we go. Good. That's turned red underneath it. That was a bug that I had for a while. And we're very close now. So we should see it down in the claw camera. And as soon as we do... Here it goes! Come to halt. Stop! 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 This is not the best way to set up your pipes, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Right, stop everything. Super. Okay. Oh, now we got to turn this one on because I have that set up. And we'll bring that over, line it up. This is a much better system than I first started with. The first one that I had was dreadful. Down it goes. Oh, it collides, but that's okay. That's sort of working. Claw up. Yeah, I haven't got that working quite as well as it should do. It needs to make better use of its colliders, which is not at the moment. It's just going down to a certain altitude. And hey presto! Yay! Now what that has done is it's triggered the drop-off location, which is directly south, which we can go and have a look at if we go to 2, and it's... Oh, I'm on lock and follow at the moment. Ooh, don't want to lock. Ooh, well, there we go. I don't want to follow that. So if we keep looking at the Clomper, we come back this way, the quest place will be... There it is, the big flat thing. It's not immediately obvious where it is. I can change the model to make it more obvious. But I'm kind of running out of time. So I'll have to test that next time. You can... Or we can cheat. We can cheat. Because why not? Let's go. Quest, warp. And magically, we're at the next quest location. How clever is that? The legs do freak out a little bit when I warp. But now we're right over the top. Again, this is another horrible place. Have to get away from something. Enemy Clompers confirmed. Not necessarily enemy Clompers, but getting away from things. There are some plans. I've got plans within plans. Because for some people, they like a bit more of an kind of an oomph. Like they want to be kind of... They want to be pushed. And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I understand that. Super. Okay, back inside the Clomp. Oh, something's gone bang. What's gone bang? Oh, it's the boiler that I need. Fine. Excellent. Lovely. Now you can get back in there. You. Don't look at me like that. You should be in there. Come on, you. I don't know how many of you lot I need in this boiler for this. Right, you got in. Don't you dare blow that up. Where have you gone? Oi. You. Get back in that boiler. Oh, I'm so glad I put that in. Such a good feature. Whee! No, I missed. Oh, dear. It's what happens when you don't pay attention to what's going on inside. The fireflies did want to say hi before the stream ends. They did, and they all wanted to leave the boiler to do so. They can say hello from inside the boiler. Right. There is definitely a Steam algorithm problem, though. I'll have to fix that. Oh, are we... Oh, okay, so yes, the claw is not lined up properly. That's why it wasn't in the middle. Because normally it should be in the middle. Okay. Nice to know you, quest item. That old spare boiler. Off you go. Which isn't really a boiler, because it doesn't look like these boilers. Don't worry too much about that. That's now on the claw, and now we can just drop it. Boof, and it's gone. That's not great. It's not. It's like all that effort, and you get a, yes, it's disappeared. But I know about that one. Not really a bug. That's actually something that has not been implemented. And then that's pretty much it. I think those are all the main... That's quite successful. That's quite successful. I'm quite impressed. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is over on Twitch, I'm going to attempt to raid someone. Which is... we're gonna do some raiding. So thank you very much, everyone. Let's hang on a minute. Oh, I've got another thing I can do here. If I go to OBS, if I go to OBS, I can go to this one. So thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe. But I imagine all the viewers are people already liked and subscribed and everything. And if you're on Twitch, do post a follow, and I hope to see you again soon. And yeah, so this has been very successful actually. Not much has broken, so I'm going to push this to Steam and do this again, but with my son over Steam. But I've got a couple of bugs to fix now, which are a bit annoying, but they're not like hugely evil bugs. They're not like the worst. So yeah, it'll be all right. And if you think this is a bit of a laugh, it's on Steam. Go and find it. It's in Clomper. There's probably a link below wherever you're watching this. And I hope you're all well and having a lovely time. Right, let's go raid someone. So, this is going to be weird for those on YouTube because I'm going to be talking about raiding. They're like, what? So we're going to raid. Who have we got? We got some... we're looking for game devs. Similar or similar size. Game devs. Let's try and find a random one. Can we find a Unity one? Would that be cool? Unity. We find some Unity ones as a category. Oh no! Oh good lord! Oh, we don't want to go to the official Unity one. I mean it's all right, but you know, you don't necessarily want that one. People I'm following. Oh, people are following me. Ooh. Oh, Manisha. Let's go and raid Manisha. Manisha's great. Anyway, have a lovely time, and I'll speak to you soon. And toodaloos to the YouTube peeps. And